Hey all, Rob here. Don't forget to subscribe. And this video, just some MCU news and some just random talk, is first I'm reading Blade would have been another girl power movie where at some of the rewrites, supposedly, okay, but it would make sense considering the direction they've been. Blade would have been the fourth string hero eventually as the movie went on, and that girl power would be the center of the movie. Yeah, you read that right. Watch the original Blade, which is my favorite movie of the three. Watch that movie again, okay? And when you watch it, because sometimes it's free on Tubi, check that streaming app. When you see it, okay, think of the MCU. Would a Blade movie ever be that good again? Knowing they have to tone down the violence, make it PG-13. The character, whoever they pick, is not going to be as good as Wesley Snipes in that role. I doubt it. The action will not be as violent. You're not going to get a better MCU Blade movie than Blade 1. It's just not going to happen. So it's already doomed to fail. And one of the top guys, even Kevin Feige, had to fire them. I've just read today as I'm making this video. Because they let the scripting or whatever get out of hand. You know, Blade is a character that's not really hard to write. It's kind of like Batman in that you have a simple premise. Blade hunts vampires. There's a vampire, let's say a kingpin, the top boss. The top boss has done something. Maybe he's kidnapped someone close to Blade, whatever. And the plot for Blade should be going after the boss so he could rescue his girl or whoever he has ties to save the day. That's a basic story. You know, just like rescue the princess. It's not very hard to understand or to mess up that plot. And of course, the boss throws underlings at him, mindless zombies. You know, just got to work your way up. It's not a hard story to tell for a Blade character. How do you mess that up, Marvel? Of course, they put a bunch of girls in it, you know, like a co-star who's a woman. You don't need this. Blade is a character that the story can be told. Should be action-packed. And I heard the Blade movie script supposedly, okay, and I'm going to hold this with a good amount of probably was true. There was only going to be supposed to be 2 action scenes in it. That's right. How hard is it to figure out? Blade starts out, you put an action scene in the beginning. The plot continues. He's after someone. There's another action scene. Something happens. A little downtime. The bad guys, whatever, go after him. Another action scene. Some other stuff happens. Then he works his way up to the final boss. That's it. That's the movie. It's not hard, Marvel. You pay $1 million writers to make scripts, and they can't make a Blade movie. And this activist garbage, I heard they'd screwed up Daredevil, Born Again, and why they have to do basically a total reboot of what they did. Supposedly, okay, this is the rumor. The Daredevil Born Again has about 4 episodes. The first 4 episodes, he's not in costume. It's a courtroom drama with almost no action, if at all. F that, Marvel. You're going to tell me you're going to have a Daredevil series 4 episodes in? He's not in costume and there's no action? Why are you paying these writers millions of dollars? When someone like me, of all people, who's not a professional, who give you the basic plot line and script for a Daredevil TV series, you feature costumed action every episode, 2 battles, a rare occasion more, some talking, some courtroom drama, costume battle. People want to see a superhero movie. They want to see a superhero in the costume. Okay? And then when you're running up to the end of the series, you could spend 1 episode, no costume action. The character is beat down. He's reflecting on the past, reflecting on the villain he's out to get. And then you make up for the lack of action. The next episode is almost all action with little downtime. And that's your Daredevil series. Costumed action for a third of it. Spying, dropping down, something going on. Him in costume, patrolling the city, fighting some minor thugs, something. And then you have some courtroom pieces to be continued next episode. But then you have some drama, some talking points with the characters in the background. And the reason they never hired Karen and Foggy, the actors, where supposedly Karen Page and Foggy Nelson were killed off screen. That's right, you watch them develop for 3 seasons on Netflix, and they got killed off screen. Way to go. And you're paying $1 million, right? You're paying millions to these writers to script this garbage? I just gave you the basic plot line of a Daredevil series that's better than that Hollywood garbage. Tell me I'm wrong. If supposedly what I told you is true. Tell me I'm wrong about Blade, that my script isn't better than what supposedly Hollywood has. This is not difficult. The problem also is they want to put this activist garbage in every film and TV series. Girl power has to be equal to the guy. The guy can't be masculine. The guy has to look like a fool. It has to be comedy bits all over the place. I even heard this might have been the Thor movie, the last one. I'm not exactly sure. It was something, one of the Marvel stuff that they were basically doing scene pieces where they didn't have really a script, but just like different scenes to string together. And it's always for those comedy bits for that punchline. It's like, how dare you? Before you begin production, you have to have the script, beginning, middle, end, so you know how to set the tone of the entire film. Which is why when you watch the last Thor movie, it reads disjointed. Some parts are very comedic, some parts are very serious, some parts are very comedic again. That's because you don't have the tone, because you don't have a script. And you were making it up on the spot, and that's why your movie failed. Enough, MCU. Don't you dare start a production without the beginning, middle, end, and story already set. So you could figure out how to pace it, how to make it script wise, the feel of it matter. And you can't make a Blade movie, and you can't make a Daredevil Born Again series. Well, I already gave you a basic outline that's already better than a Hollywood garbage. Because you're trying to string girl power in it, you're trying to string girls to look good, equal playtime with the men. The men can't be masculine. You want to put that activist crap in it. This is why you fail. Hey, this is an update. Before I finished editing this Blade video, I have seen a new article, and it says from the director, Yan Demange, which I probably said the name wrong, that Blade will be R-rated and ruthless and rough. So, will this Blade answer the question, will it be as good as Wesley Snipes in Blade 1? And I just don't see it. I don't see an MCU with their policies and their everything has to be represented. I don't see, even if it is R-rated, that it would be as good as Blade 1. Plus, it says here, in Variety, okay, so that is a source that you can trust. And I'd like to read a quote. Gone through at least 5 writers, 2 directors, and 1 shutdown 6 weeks before production. End quote. If that is true, 5 writers, 2 directors. Remember what I said minutes ago on the original part of this video? A Blade movie is not hard to figure out a basic plot for a film, especially a first movie of this reboot. I gave you the general idea, and you're taking 5 writers? What are you doing? It's like I said, they're probably going to want gender equality, a woman to share 50% of the screen time. You want to add in maybe jokes, want to make it connected to the rest of the MCU, and all of this other stuff. Rather than a straight story, easy to understand, and stop adding on all these other things. What it is that MCU checklist. Well, you have to have diversity, check. You have to have this person represented, check. You have to have that group represented, check. So instead of filming a movie telling a story of entertainment and getting rid of trimming the fat, as they say, to make a good functional plot, you are too busy trying to figure out how could we represent this group, and then figure out how to represent that group, and try to fill out every checklist for every movie that has to comply, that has to have all of these things. No, it doesn't. And again, I still have no faith in this Blade movie. So that's my quick thoughts on it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later.